Hello, Scorpio. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot. First and foremost, happy Easter to all the Scorpios who celebrate Easter. Yes, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate the current subscribers. The deck that I am using will be listed in the description box, not intentionally reading any reversals. All right, so let's see what's coming up here for Scorpio this week. So, Scorpio, my goal now is to reach 500 subscribers before I even make a consideration and not doing these readings anymore. Because I thought about it, still thinking about it. But if I reach 500 subscribers, um, YouTube then allows me to not only allow my videos to be monetized, but also allow me to do other things, doing live sessions and whatnot. So I need you guys to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos if you can. I'd appreciate that. All right, so energies here for Scorpio. I got so tied up yesterday with doing so many things. Didn't have enough energy to do the videos yesterday, so I'm doing it early Easter Sunday morning. So let's see what's coming up here potentially for Scorpio. Energies for Scorpio. All right, here we go. Let's cut the deck here and let's begin your messages, Scorpio. All right, we're going to start off with the first card in energy for you. We're going to start off with the Eight of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is actually pretty good here. This is something coming in very fast for you guys this week, possibly, that may put a smile on your face, okay? This is a card that I always regard as, communication, excellent communication. So even number of wands, when it comes to communication, what you need to speak about, formulate in terms of any messages or whatnot to others will be well received, and that energy that you put out there to them will come back to you in terms of, equanimity here, right? So even communication. Some of you guys may be traveling this week here. If you are, you're going to be safe to and from. Always an element of surprise with the Eight of Wands. So the good news could come to you, Scorpio, through any means of, you know, directly from a person. Could come from a phone call. Could come from, receiving some sort of mail or packages. And then also, what else do I want to say about the Eight of Wands? Texting, yes, because I get a lot of texting feel from the Eight of Wands. So you could receive a text message from someone that puts a smile on your face. All right, so we're going to start off with the Eight of Wands for you, Scorpio. Up next here is the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands would be you. And you're focused on something. So maybe the focus is on traveling or focus is on communication, but there's some sort of intense passion or intensity going on here. Of course, he's the court card. He's could express himself sexually, and it's usually positive, but whatever it is that he's focused on, he's going after. All right. So also the King of Wands could be sending out a burst of energy to any Scorpio this week that is artistic, creative, and help you along the way with those pursuits. All right. Up next now we have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is already trumped by the Eight of Wands because that's a moving card for me, right? So when I talk about the Four of Swords in the past, I always say that if we don't get or receive any moving cards, you could be thinking about doing some future traveling, all right? But then here we are. So you could be traveling this week or doing some sort of traveling coming up in the future. However, the Four of Swords does represent having to detach your energies momentarily, Scorpio, for whatever reason, taking a break, replenishing your energies, reclaiming your independence and your happiness, and doing something exclusively just for you. Okay, so quiet your mind. There may be a moment or, a day out of the week or a couple days out of the week where you just need to quiet your mind, rest up a little bit. All right. So that's the Four of Swords. Up next here for you, Scorpio, is the Justice card. So major arcana, always pay attention to the major arcanas that show up in your spread. Justice this week being served to you, Scorpio, things being in your favor. Also, to balanced energy. That could be, stretched out into any other area of your life. Also, get someone could be getting married, of course, in front of the Justice of the Peace. Feeling liberated this week, Scorpio, feeling at peace, feeling justified, definitely feeling balanced. Any types of legal affairs, litigations will be in your favor. Always get workman's comp, but it could be almost anything. All right, so Lady Liberty is here to balance things off for you this week. Following that, we have the Queen of Cups. All right, this is part of your energy. Queen of Cups here is the mother of all love, nurturing, caring, definitely supportive. So rely on your intuition this week. She's going to come in here and help you with that. Also, to you have to, trust the process of your intuition, the feels that you get in your gut, especially in your gut and the inner voices. The very first impression that you get is always the correct answer. I may be speaking to some Scorpios who, of course, the queen and her capacity. You may be working in the field of helping others. Nothing wrong with that. When you receive the queen, it's in line with one of the cards or the other cards that I use, that you are already benefiting from some sort of emotional contentment, fulfillment, happiness. And the queen has the ability to unite platonic friendships as well as romantic partnerships. Following the Queen of Cups, now we have the major arcana, the Fool. Okay, take that leap of faith, Scorpio. Step into the unknown. Maybe there's something that's going on here for you this week that you want to, you know, have thought about in your recent past, and you thought maybe it was too risky for you. But now this is the time for you to go ahead and do that and have the faith to know that whatever you're about to venture into is going to be successful. Also, too, the Fool represents new beginnings. So it could be, if you don't have anything planned or lined up this week, it's always an aspect of some kind of new beginning that's going to open up for you. Okay. But this is usually seeking some sort of excitement or adventure, or just having to drop the fears and hesitation and move forward, knowing that whatever it is that you're attempting to do or attempting to succeed in, you will be successful. All right, following the major arcana of the Fool, now we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so the Seven of Cups is here again, like the Queen of Cups, when it comes to your intuition, making sure that you are trusting the intuition energies that you receive, trusting the process. Also, to this week here, because this is your reading, the energy of dedication, love, and devotion coming into your energy from others, and that could be romantic partners, definitely friends. It could be family members, right? So many options could be opening up here for you this week, Scorpio. So always be on the lookout for anything that comes your way, and trust the process if you are presented with many options. Following that, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you're not only with the King of Wands drawing a lot of energy here, the Knight of Wands is the same type of energy. You're attracting some sort of energy towards you, or it's moving you're moving towards it, or it's moving towards you. A court card again in person. Usually I relate to the Knight of Wands as someone who could be a family member, a friend, romantic partner, coming in to assist you this week, Scorpio, and helping you out with anything that you need help with. They come in quickly, and then once the work or the help is achieved, then they exit just as quickly. But also too, the presence of the Knight of Wands in your spread, especially because we have the Queen of Cups here, could indicate of how fast a new relationship could take formation. It could be a romantic partnership. Yes, we haven't drawn any pinnacles just yet, but it could be a business partnership, or it could also be a platonic friendship. So things are intensifying, building up. He, like the king, could express himself in a sexual manner, and it's usually positive. Up next now, look at this. You got the sun. The major arcana, the sun is here, sitting right underneath that justice card. So this is a card of, first and foremost, it's the most positive card in the tarot deck. Okay, it's a lot of happiness being generated here. It's a lot of, could be celebrations. It could be you feeling going through the week, childlike behavior, um, feeling very successful. You could be the Scorpio that I'm reading for that works in the health industry, because I regard that sun as my health card. If there could be routine medical exams or checkups. You're going to be fine. Any types of laboratory testing falls underneath the sun. That includes x-rays, blood work, and you name it. Okay, you could be the Scorpio that lives in Florida or California, as I've mentioned in the past, or planning a trip. We have the Eight of Wands here to those two destinations or somewhere else, Scorpio, that's warm, sunny, and welcoming. It's the yes answer to all questions that you pose to yourself. And also, too, the sun comes in to offer blessings as well as healing. The healing can take place in as far as emotional, physical, and mental. All right, so you got the blessing of the sun in your spread. Up next here for you, Scorpio, we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is something around you is coming to a close, and something new is about to begin. I also read the Ten of Swords, especially because it's following the sun here, the health card energy. Someone could be planning a future, if it's not you, somebody else that you know, inpatient or outpatient surgical procedure. And just to let you know, it's going to be, a lot of pain experienced here, but the Ten of Swords always offers recovery. Okay, so additional messages here for you, Scorpio. We got the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is definitely trumped again by the Eight of Wands, because that's a movement card. So Two of Wands being that it's the only timing card that I use in any tarot deck. And whatever it is, whoever it is that you may be waiting for, I always give it 2 days, 2 week period of time. But now that energy moves up or speeds up much quicker because of the presence of the Eight of Wands. So that could be a project, that could be a relationship. If there's any types of slowness or stagnation going on involving any area of your life, now it gets picked up. Maybe the phone call comes that you were waiting for. Maybe the mail, something important coming through the mail, or a package arrives. Maybe also um, you formulate or move forward with any ideas that you've been thinking about doing in the future. All right, following the Two of Wands here, now we have the Knight of Swords. Another person shows up here. Knight of Swords is just definitely charging through, having to do something that maybe or maybe not related to your recent past, because the Knights usually, and most decks, Scorpio, that I use, usually faces in the past direction. So it may be something that you move forward with this week related to something from your past. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but I oftentimes see that. Now, he has um, a letter in his hand. He also has a rose, so it could be anything indicative of any Scorpio when it comes to romance, delivering of some sort of love or energies. Now, that could be stretched out to not only romantic partners, but it could be family. It definitely could be friends. He's clear about what he's about to do, already cleared up any confusion, uncertainties, or doubts associated with a situation, person, or event. Last card I'm going to draw here for you, Scorpio, is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords here is a level of energy that could be stress. Doesn't necessarily have to be a high degree of stress. Moving away from you, though. Things are settling down, calming down, clearing out, smooth sailing, smooth passages. Like the Eight of Wands here in terms of movement. Some of you may be deciding to travel, and if you are, you're going to be safe to and from. Oftentimes, once again, I didn't draw any pentacles here for you for this week. Doesn't necessarily mean it to be so that if you make a decision, some Scorpios that I'm talking to could be seriously thinking about relocating to a different area, or um, moving in general, whether or not that constitutes purchases of any properties or land. Okay, so that is the Six of Swords. All right, so this is what I have for you, Scorpio. Always a pleasure to do these readings for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Once again, enjoy Easter, because I am, providing this energy here for you on Easter Day. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me. Stay smiling. All's going to work out well, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.